Okay, so do you want to do the dumb thing that we talked about?
I will happily do the dumb thing that we talked about.
Okay. You have your pick.
Oh. Okay. Let me set down my coffee and.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Dark Souls loads fast.
I mean, how can I not go with the Gift of Death?
And Literature in Secret. A wonderful series of essays by Derrida, I believe. Copying from disk is complete. I can start the application. Oh.
Nice.
It's time for me to get good for the kids. Oh, the fire fades. Oh, okay.
Oh,
19 seconds left.
let's shift the camera over a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Let me just tuck it in on me and then tuck it out on you.
Perfect.
And then we're two little peas in a pea pod right now. It's beautiful. I love it. You love it. The viewer.
We all love it.
Oh, we're copying update files?
We can start it without the update.
I want to... Come on.
Alright, just...
How long could the update be?
For the kids.
Just for the kids.
I say we just start it.
Okay, yeah. The game's not going to get any better with an update.
No, in fact, I say it's better without the update. Because this means that you have to get good alone. You can't have random, wonderful sunbros helping you out every which way.
Every single which way. But loose. So, Addison, what am Dark Souls?
What am Dark Souls? Dark Souls is... Dark Souls am a fun, rompy action RPG that has a heavy emphasis on...
Being bad.
No.
Being shitty.
On learning the timing of enemies and their placement.
And all of it's bad.
I think of it a lot like Monster Hunter, actually.
Well.
With the exception that instead of killing them to make new weapons, you just kill them so you don't die.
So it's all the fun parts of Monster Hunter gone.
Is that really the only fun part for you?
No.
Okay. Well, let's start a new game.
Okay, the fire fades. I'm gonna... How does this look on stream? Well, the stream can see everything a whole lot clearer than I can. I'm just gonna upgrade my... Yeah, I can barely see that little dragon.
Well, you aren't supposed to be able to see the dragon, so...
Oh, the dragon invisible. Okay.
That said, I would... About there is probably good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bright room in my apartment. Oh, I thought I got an achievement for reversing the x-axis.
You madman!
Oh, gee whiz.
All right, let's go
Camera
to
speed.
next.
I like a fast camera. Okay. So Dark Souls. I understand that there are souls. The soul still burns.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh.
It is called Lothric,
Okay. And that's the land, probably.
Yes.
where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
This place sucks.
I mean, it's supposed to.
In
Like, you've got your weird turtle people.
Uh-huh.
They're nice, they're fun, they're cool.
Everyone's hunching.
truth of the old world.
So it's hunch o'clock over there.
I mean, it's meant to be a brutal, oppressive land, which I don't really get. Every time you like try to run a game for us in D&D,
Uh-huh.
you call upon the spirit that this game also calls upon.
Yes.
Is it just you don't like being subjected to your own bullshit?
That is true. However, you guys... Okay, so I want to clear this up. I ran a one Blades in the Dark campaign for you fuckers. The only other times that I fucked with you was when you tried to wear too many rings and I gave you Splinter Dick. I have been fair every single time that I run a campaign of Dungeons & Dragons or Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark is supposed to be like that.
I guess.
Yeah, and you guys act like it's my thing now. I ran one campaign of Blades in the Dark.
I think it's just the entire time you had just the giddiest smile.
Because it's really fun to DM Blades in the Dark. It is intensely... It is so freeing because when a player misses, it's not just like, oh, nothing happens. It's like, oh, what can happen? Like, anything can happen right now. There's a consequence. And it doesn't have to be the same consequence at any given time. It feels like you're actually playing instead of just arbitrating a battle that you set up. Yeah. Whereas Dark Souls is just, there's a giant iron ball at the top of some stairs, and it's just like, okay, you're gonna get killed by the iron ball until you see it the first time.
Yes and no.
Nobody has ever completed Dark Like in one run the first time.
Absolutely. I'm not arguing that.
And it's because I'm fine with the combat. The combat is like shitty in a way that is like, okay, yeah, I guess you're going for something, I suppose. But like also there's just like shit that, okay, I'm just gonna walk along this bridge. It's just a bridge, and there's no.
Is the cursor on screen?
No, the cursor's not on stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
The cursor's just on my computer screen. But there are no-tell instant deaths in Dark Souls.
That is untrue. Anytime that there is an instant death, there is some sort of warning. Normally, it's really cryptic and you won't notice it, but there is some sort of tell.
A warning that nobody understands is not a warning worth issuing. Like, have you heard the thing about the people who are trying to make signs that'll demark nuclear radiation zones for like millennia to come? Like,
I have not.
There is a group of people who their specific coalition is meant to like design a warning system to keep people away from areas where nuclear waste is being stored.
You should probably move us down into the bottom corner so
okay. Yeah.
we can see our sweet, sweet faces.
Oh, yeah. Hello. My sweet face is right here. Okay. Name. Entry incomplete. My name is The Kids. I probably shouldn't name my Dark Souls guys The Kids, because I'm probably going to die a lot. The Cancer.
Yep, Cancer.
Uh-huh. And the Cancer's going to die so much. The Cancer is male, of course.
Age.
The Cancer is old. The Cancer's been around for a while. Class.
The Cancer.
Uh-huh. Pyro Cancer, obviously. Burial Gift.
Okay. If you would like some advice on what to pick, I can.
None. Base presets. Let's see.
Eric, no.
Cancer is a Serpentine Trap. Ooh, I like this guy. He's barely got any eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Build. Okay. Standard. Ooh, it's just. Ooh, is Cancer chunky? Cancer's got a thick lower body.
Cancer does have a thick lower body. Also, Eric, for the love of God, pick up the life ring.
Why?
Because I want to see you at least, like, begrudgingly admit that you like this game, alright?
That's never going to happen in my entire life. Okay. Ooh, voice. Cancer has a young voice. It's seductive. It's the tobacco industry. Physique. Musculature. Yeah, sure. Let's do muscle. Body hair. Yuck.
Nice.
Thick and hairy. Okay, head. I want a tiny head. I want a little baby head. Oh, change by 10. Yeah, that's the sauce. Chest. Small abdomen. Long beefy arms, and then I want thick thighs to save lives. Oh no! Oh no! The head.
Everything kind of starts to shift with each other.
Oh, that's bad. This game sucks.
Do you want to see something cool, though?
What?
So, accept this and then back out one screen. And then go... Oh god, there's a random button.
I don't want a random button.
It's not quite random, it shows lookalikes, and the more you do it, the more monstrous you become.
Yeah, no, I've watched Monster Factory. I'm aware of the random.
Okay. Just
Skin color. Let's... Cancer is a pale knight.
lots of blues.
Lots of orange. Are you kidding me? Lots of purple. Lots of green.
Pallid.
A little pallid. Not all the way pallid. No, I want... We're just making a fucking Jolly Green Giant over here. Cheeks.
Yeah, you're starting to look like Mr. Yuck.
Well, Cancer is Mr. Yuck, so that makes sense. Cancer loves to laugh.
Okay.
Don't mess with my headcanon. Oh, similar faces.
Here we go.
Oh, now that's a confrontational face. I don't like any of those. Features, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I want to get to the actual part where I don't like this game. Start it, okay. Pupils. Pupils. Yeah, Cancer doesn't have pupils.
You don't even have eyes.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter. Cosmetics. Tone around... A little powdery lipstick. The kiss of death. It's like a Dementor mouth. Okay. Accept. Tattoo and mark. Tattoo mark. Let's see. Just a fucking sword. Tattoo and mark color. Where is the tattoo mark color?
I believe the tattoo is on your chest, but... maybe not.
Zoom. Oh, it's on my
Forehead?
yeah. Okay. It's just perfectly covered by my coif. Actually, we want to tweak the position vertical. Let's just get it right. Just get it right. Right on the mouth to really signify that that's the kiss of death. Okay. Definitely save that to favorites.
Alright.
Okay.
And now we begin.
We're fucking Hulk in that one where he's a barbarian.
Yep.
Finalized creation.
Planet Hulk, by the way.
Planet Hulk, yeah.
And he goes from being a barbarian to being a king.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because he is, in fact, the Hulk.
I mean, in a warrior culture, the Hulk would naturally just rise to the top.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, I believe bottom left corner, there shouldn't be anything
Okay.
important.
Okay. Hell yeah. Oh, I should put a donation reminder here. Text. Donated DownBack.Club/kids. Boom. Look at that. High production value. Okay. Who's this? Oh, that's me.
That is the Cancer.
Oh, man, I hate that guy. Oh, I've got so I've got a hatchet. Got a chug my Gatorade. Okay. Oh. Ugh.
You got a slow attack and a fast attack.
Yep.
And then the D-pad buttons will change your items. So, when you do left on the D-pad.
Yep, that'll change between shield and fireball.
Yep.
Okay. Hail, fellow. Well met. Give me that. Yeah, I was already aware. I've played Sekiro. Ha! Eat shit, Archer. You're disemboweled. This game ain't shit. Dark Souls is easy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like that sword on fire. Why do I have so many identical swords all over the place?
I think that it's explained at some point, but...
Also, that's not even a good sword. Okay, so I bet I gotta go down here. Hello, traveler. There's some value with my axe. Fucking secret passage. MLG. Oh, hey. Chill. Captain America. These guys are fucking putzes.
Yep. So, now what you're gonna want to do is come down here and,
And be murdered by that large man.
No. You're going to pull the thorn from the lion's foot. Remove the sword.
It's not in his foot, Addison.
Yes, but it's a classic A song.
That's not in his foot.
All right. Well, now you're gonna get murdered. So
Okay, neat.
here we go.
Not if I do a murder first.
In one of his heretical essays on the philosophy of history, Jan Tokic relates secrecy, or more precisely, the mystery of the sacred to responsibility. He opposes one to the other, or rather underscores their heterogeneity, somewhat in the manner of Leibniz. He warns against an experience of the sacred as an enthusiasm or fever for... Oh, you already died.
Yeah. Now I know the dodge is circle. That'll be useful in the moments to come.
It's almost like you should have looked at those tutorials.
Yeah, that's for cowards. Okay. Oh, my humanity's not gone. Great. I remember humanity being gone, not being a good thing. Oh.
Yeah, but we aren't playing online, so it's not a terrible thing.
Yeah. Okay. YOLO. You die. Your bowels are my bowels. Okay. Hey, I've seen those. Okay, so what is the thing that I do to drink my Gatorade?
It should be square. I believe it's square.
Square. I'm gonna traverse some foul. I just pulled the beepus out of his boppus. Why is he attacking me?
Because you spooked him.
You spooked me!
Alright, just dodge and weave. He warns against an experience of the sacred as enthusiasm or fever or fusion, cautioning in particular against a form of demonic rapture that has its effects, and often as its first intention, the removal of responsibility, the loss of the sense of consciousness, or responsibility. At the same time, Hadek wants to distinguish religion from the demonic forms of sacralization. What is a religion? Religion presumes access to the responsibility of free will. It thus implies breaking with the types of secrecy, for it is not, of course, the only one.
I didn't have any more Gatorade. I just gotta get the roll timing down.
Yep. Alternatively, I would recommend starting the fight kind of far away and just hucking fireballs at him.
Why?
So that way he's closer to death when you have to actually get close to him.
That sounds like a punk's way to do it.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier. This game is inherently unfair, right?
Yes.
So
It is for punks.
trying to go at it from a noble, ha-ha, I will never fight an enemy who has his back turned, is the quickest way to die. You gotta punk that boy. And you know how you're gonna punk this boy?
By throwing lightning at him.
This should be good distance. Oh, also, hit R3 to lock on.
Hello. Eat, nerd. Hot enough for ya? Hot enough for ya? Hello. Gatorade. Get bent. That doesn't seem right. I don't think he's okay.
See, that is truly the cancer.
I don't think that he's healthy right now.
All right, chuck another fireball at him.
Charge it up.
There are fireballs that you can get later that are a bit more targeted.
Big hand just kind of descended it on me.
Having fun yet?
No.
Why not?
Because it's Dark Souls.
Okay, but
Nothing about playing the game feels good.
well, care to like elaborate on that, or?
Like, the way that you are saying to play the game correctly is to just stand across the arena from somebody and hit him while he can't attack me. Like...
Well, that's just... Admittedly, that's kind of the way that I play this game. I like playing as casters. And casters normally don't get much more health than this.
Also, the roll is so laggy.
You can actually fix that.
Ow.
So, open up your inventory. I believe it is option.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. It's that I'm attempting to hold the button to get a roll, like a longer press, and that is apparently sprint. But you don't start sprinting immediately, so I thought it was just doing nothing.
Also, so go into your inventory, option. Equipment.
Are you gonna make me shuck?
Just remove everything.
Yeah, I've heard about fatty rolls.
And then, yep. Better roll for you?
It feels like the same roll.
Nice and quick.
It feels like the same roll. Let me get an A/B test going on here. Yeah, it feels like the same roll. That feels identical. Face me, knave. Face me.
What is a religion? Religion presumes access
1v1 me, coward.
to the responsibilities of the priest's self. It thus implies breaking with this type of secrecy. That associated with the sacred mystery, and with what Paddock regularly called the demonic. A distinction is to be made between the demonic on the one hand, that which confuses the limits amongst the animals, the humans, and the divine, and which retains an affinity with mystery, the intonation, the esoteric, and the secrets of the sacred, and responsibility on the other. This therefore amounts to a thesis on the origin and essence of religion, of the religious. Under what conditions can one speak of a religion? In the proper sense of the term, presuming such a sense exists. Under what conditions can we speak of the history of religion, and first and foremost of the Christian religion? In noting that Paddock refers only to the examples of... Oh, you killed him!
Yeah. I'm good at video games, Addison.
So go ahead and light that bonfire. And welcome to Dark Souls.
Okay. Was that supposed to be fun?
It gets more fun. It does.
I did get a coiled sword. I want to wield a coiled sword. Ooh, a cleric's sacred chime. Oh.
That is a casting item. You use it to create miracles.
I like to turn it like a key. Did you want this? What's that? Huh? Duh. Okay, yeah. That guy's a fool. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll have an axe. That's fine. Okay. I've done a Dark Soul.
Yep.
Now. Reveal to me your secrets, door.
The number of times I have run up to a door and punched it.
It feels like that should be the move. Okay. Who are you? Stop! Stop! How dare you?
Alright, so as much as I understand that you hate this game and you will always hate this game, right? I would posit that you concede that it does have incredibly good level design. So everything wraps in on itself. Everything in this game connects to this hub world in some way, shape, or form. And
man, I love Hyrule Field from Legend of Zelda.
not in that nature. Hyrule Field is just a large green circle with things dotting the exterior.
And this appears to be a large gray cylinder with things dotting the interior.
Well, not quite. So,
ooh, look at that chair. Show me the chair. Can't even jump in this game. This game sucks. Honestly, the real Dark Souls is what I'm inflicting upon you right now.
it's true.
Another one. Well, you're not alone. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lord. But we're talking true.
Collapse. Neat. You taught me how to cry.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going this way. Let's see here.
If you head up these stairs, you can find the blacksmith.
Yeah, I hear the ting 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 of metal.
The ring ding ding. He's behind you.
Hello. Those are very brisk hammer strokes. There's no weight behind that hammer at all. Look at that. He goes immediately to full speed. It's like that. It's like that movie about the kid who broke his arm in a weird way so he could pitch really good. It's like that. Later, bud.
Not even gonna speak to him.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I might kill him.
At least speak to the grandma.
I know that killing people makes people mad in Dark Souls.
Welcome to the bonfire. I take the lords to this end.
Level up.
Very well. Then touch taken.
Okay. I probably want some vigor. Probably want some vigor, and I probably want some... I bet I want some vitality. I want some vim, and I want some vigor.
It seems like a strat.
Farewell,
I'm gonna
Ashen
kill her.
One.
Go for it.
May the flames guide thee. Ashen One, what is one?
Okay, where do I go?
Well, touch the bonfire.
Oh, wait, is that?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, they're all coiled swords.
Yes.
I see what's going on here. It's lit, bro.
And then touch it again.
Oh, take a little snooze. Okay.
Travel.
Travel, really?
Yep.
Okay. Huh, it didn't really seem that connected. I was gonna teleport.
Okay. So... I give up.
I win!
All I'm saying is that the level design does weave in upon itself.
Okay.
So
I believe you.
after you've gone through an area, what you thought was just a dead-end corridor will have an elevator that will either be going up or down or something along those lines. And then suddenly what once took you half an hour to traverse is now a 2-minute sojourn, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a pretty high wall.
Indeed.
Wonder who owns it.
Lothric.
Oh, makes sense, makes sense. Take a little chill pill here.
Also, the lore of this game makes 0 sense to me.
Fair. Seems like it makes 0 sense to anybody.
There are people who I think understand it,
They're liars.
and they're the ones who make 45-minute YouTube videos explaining it.
Yeah, they're liars. Nobody who makes a 45-minute anything actually knows what they're talking about. Okay, you deserve to die.
So just some puppies.
You're a naughty dog. Ooh, I just slam dunked that fireball. Oh, that wasn't all where I wanted to go. You're done. Hey, buddy. You burnt. Oh, no, you're not burnt.
You gotta lock on first.
You burnt. Oh, I had locked on. Oh, this kid. Look at this toddler. So you can't even take his helmet. He's got a perfectly good helmet.
I mean, so they have randomized drops, much like in your favorite game.
When I kill Arathos, I know I'm gonna at least get something off of that man.
Yes, but when you kill a Jaggy, do you know you're gonna get something off of them?
Yeah, if you carve it, you always get something.
Yeah, but most of the time it's meat.
No, most of the time it's hard claws. When you kill an Aptonoth, the monster who's specifically around so you can have meat, that's when you get meat. And when you want to kill an Aptonoth and you want meat, then you kill an Aptonoth. Those guys have axes. I want an axe.
And you can get an axe.
I want that axe.
Specifically that axe. You want to pick it up from his dead body.
Oh yeah. I want to loot, and I want to shoot, and I want to doot. Okay, where was that guy who was shooting me? Was right here.
Yeah, so if you turn to your left.
Uh-huh.
And then... Nope, don't go down the stairs. Go back a little bit, and then keep going left to that opening in the wall.
Uh-huh. Is he just lurking?
He's normally lurking right around here.
Oh, hey, bud. Oh, there's his helmet.
See?
Love that. What's up, dog? I'm gonna pull the arrows out of this dog.
Arrows break, man.
Yeah, I know. I played Breath of the Wild. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Your spine is no more. Except for it's not, because I can't take your spine and use it as a whip. This game sucks.
Like, I just don't understand why you're trying so hard to hate it.
Because it makes you mad.
It doesn't, though.
Are you sure?
Like, it really doesn't. It's just...
I want that axe. That axe seems great.
I actually think it is a great axe.
He's got some upper body strength behind that. Give me your bowels. See, no axe.
Sometimes they drop, sometimes they don't.
I see that axe over on the ground. I know it's there.
Yeah.
Hey, bud. First, some cocktail.
Oh, you know, he's just becoming a demon.
Oh, well, I'm glad that I killed him first. Okay.
So...
Hey, buddy.
Touch that glowy orb.
Longbow. Standard arrows. Neat. That wall sounds different. I played Legend of Zelda. Oh man. Oh man.
I mean, there are secret walls and whatnot, but...
What is that? Oh, that didn't make me ding. What is this? Huh. I think my primary gripe with Dark Souls is I don't like being told when I can and can't attack.
What do you mean?
The stamina bar. I do not like games that have a stamina system required for attacks.
So, I get where you're coming from,
Uh-huh.
and there are builds that more or less nullify that, right? Like a build that just goes super deep into like dex and stamina.
Uh-huh.
So all of your attacks cost so little that
So you're saying that I have to play the game for a long time until it gets good?
not particularly. You just kind of have to know what you're going for.
Where in the well-designed world am I going?
You want to go back down the stairs that you came up. Yep. And then you're gonna wanna hook a right. Go down these stairs. I believe.
A deserted corpse. Ah. Langenschwert. Let me see how long this sword really is.
It looks like you need... Scroll over the longsword real quick. You need 10 dexterity for that.
I also don't like being told what weapons I can and can't use. Anyone can swing a longsword.
Yeah, and you can equip the longsword right now and swing it around.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It's just less effective.
Okay. Good stab. Love a good stab.
Okay,
It's not open
so
from this side.
so head up these stairs. There were 2 pathways, right? From where you first started.
Possibly.
I believe so. That door that doesn't open from this side leads to an elevator going down. I believe that will take you straight to the boss room.
Or rather, it'll take me straight from the boss room to wherever that is.
Or not straight to the boss room, but like it cuts the commute effectively into a portal, right?
No, I wanted to use the stinger. Devil May Cry. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Choose to Y-hand it. I'm beginning to suspect that my axe might be a better play. Oh,
He is currently better for you.
you
Yes.
jerkus. Oh, alright, that, huh? Come on, give me your knees. I'm using mine. Let's see here. What do we got? Someone deserted this corpse.
All right, now head down this.
I'm all out of Pepsi.
That is true.
Don't like games tell me when I can and can't drink Pepsi.
I mean, Monster Hunter does that in fucking spades.
Not if you get a Tigrex set.
Oh, so not unless you get to...
And also you can carry 10 Pepsis and you can craft more Pepsis.
Yeah, and this game lets you level up how many Pepsis you can carry.
You ever get 10?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. You ever get 10 and then when you're out of Pepsi, you're just like, yo, I'm just gonna grab some Pepsi off this tree.
Can't fight stupid, because they will just drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Uh-huh. And that is how every single Dark Souls player plays this game.
I'm calm, I'm zen.
Read me some more Derrida. That'll really cheer you up. Honestly, The gift of death is a very beautiful piece of philosophy. It isn't exactly about the philosophy of dying. It is 100% about religion and how we use, and how the existence of death predicated a need for religion in early humans.
Under what conditions can one speak of a religion? In the proper sense of the term, presuming such a sense exists. Didn't I already read this bit to you?
Probably.
Okay.
Souls retrieved. Hey, I found the souls.
Yep, you found your old souls.
Yep. They weren't that dark.
Well, yes, your souls aren't dark.
Their souls are dark.
After you pick them up, you kind of cleanse them a bit, you know? Give them that spit shot. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, this guy gets it. I love to spit all over souls. Fireball.
Alright, so head on down this hole.
I really don't want to.
Ooh, I know you don't, but you gots to.
Yeah, something's gonna happen when I'm on this ladder.
I don't think anything happens on the ladder, but
Something's gonna happen pretty soon after I get off this ladder.
that said, I don't think I've ever climbed down the ladder. I always just jump.
Oh, you ever jump down a hole? That's just stupid. That's a one-way ticket to a broken ankle, my friend.
That is true.
Oh man, so many people are deserting corpses
Yep.
and leaving their souls behind. This guy's got a tower shield. I want that.
I am 80% sure that he does, in fact, drop a tower shield.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, again, there's a chance to drop items, right? And,
Chance is functionally 0. Standard
no,
bolts.
You gonna hit X?
Oh, you need to confirm item pickups?
You don't need to confirm it, but you do have to, like, remove the notification. And I will give you that's not the best design.
Burn. Let's go Inferno. Oh. Jerkus Malurkus. I'm gonna light your shield on fire. If I can't have it, you can't either. Dang it. I've been clashed. Poison mist. That's not pyromancy, that's poison mist. What the hell is this?
Pyromancy in this game kind of encompasses all things swampy.
Since when does a swamp have fire in it?
I mean, swamps in this game have fire in it.
What will the fantasy authors think of next?
And is it really that much of a stretch to be like, fire and poison kind of go well together?
No, it's not at all. Poison is wet. A lot of the time.
I mean, poison...
Sometimes it's breathable and sometimes it's a dust, but very rarely is poison applied via direct heat. No. Don't call your friends. No.
Ah! That's
Hello.
what you get. You gotta be ever vigilant.
Ugh. Ever vigilant. That's so much vigilance.
Alright, now jump down that hole.
Okay, yeet.
See? It even gives you a ledge to fall on to make sure that you don't take any damage.
I bet every hole does that.
Most of them.
What's my big boy swing? Okay. That's way too slow to time anything out, ever.
I completely agree.
I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, hey, look, it's a dragon.
Yeah, I've heard about dragons.
Look at all the things it killed.
I could have been one of those things.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, it's probably safe now.
Oh, I think so, actually. Just make sure you run. And I mean that as, like, hold the run button and fucking go.
Hey, you guys.
shinies?
I don't really want the shinies.
Do you want to risk death for the shinies?
I've just been dumb souls. Not even dark.
So, turn to your right.
Oh, I'll climb the ladder. Looks like I bet I can unlock this door.
Probably. But, stay in this room for a hot second.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you look down, there's a treasure chest right there.
Uh-huh.
Do you want that treasure?
The way you pointed it out, it's probably a mimic.
Might be. Actually, I don't remember if this one is. Just give it a punch first. Okay, yeah, it's a mimic.
Yeah. Nah, bud. Nah, bud. Oh, he did a spin kick?
Yes, he does.
Ugh, this fucking guy.
Like, honestly, I think the mimics in this game are incredibly entertaining in their design.
Man, he kicked me hard.
Yeah, man.
His legs are so thin. His leg would probably break if he kicked someone that hard.
I mean, I like to assume that they're just... Sure, they're thin, but they're dense.
The wiry motherfuckers. We gotta do all that again, huh?
Yep. You don't have to fight anything between here and where you died, though.
Yeah, but they're in my way.
You can...
This punch.
You can run past them.
Oh, you're still up there? Hey, bud. Hey. Friends. I vastly prefer cookie and cream as the superior From Software joint.
Cookie, I don't know what that is.
It's the Dark Souls of being adorable.
That does... Okay, sure.
Uh-huh. Big mad.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he so mad?
I mean, he's a dragon. Like, sometimes dragons are hyper-intelligent, sometimes dragons are just...
Dragons. Oh no. That man's got full armor. He's
Yeah.
probably gonna murder me. No thanks.
But you could throw some fire at him.
He's gonna catch me.
He did kind of knock you into the corner.
I got someone you should meet. Hey buddy, come here. I've got a big friend that I think you'd really get along with. His name is that big fucking dragon. I'm out of Pepsi. Did it work?
Not sure. Most enemies have a pretty hard and fast aggro range. That once they hit it, they will immediately lose interest.
Okay. Well. There's no tell, huh?
I think the tell is in the chain.
The fact that there is a chain.
I believe so.
Oh, it's also breathing a little bit,
Oh, yeah.
I think. I'm not Yeah, it's breathing a little bit. It might just be a camera movement.
That is one of the things that I think is less fun about playing this game with like online turned on. Is you always know what's a mimic and what isn't because there will be a billion like blood stains right next to it. Of like somebody died here. They're trying to open up this chest.
Fair.
And it's like, oh, that one's gonna try to eat me.
Okay, so I probably have to get past the night.
Yep. Go up this this stairwell, ladder, as they say in ye old English. And just run, because you don't have to kill the knight.
It appears as though he has an issue with that statement.
Well, he's not gonna try to just not kill you, but you don't have to kill him.
Hey, bud.
And there we go. Just run past. Pick up whatever item this is.
Nail breaker. I'll have to break mail. Is that the way I came?
Yes, this is the way you came. Are you having fun for the kids yet?
I'm truly not.
Why not?
Because this is a game whose primary impetus is to play as little of it as possible.
I mean, that's the same with most games.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. How are most games designed in a way that incentivizes you to not play them?
Alright, here's a good example with Monster Hunter.
Uh-huh.
How many times have you just been like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna go hunt right now? For just no good reason? Any monster. You hunt them specifically so you can get armor, so you can get to the end game and be done with it.
I don't play to be done with it. I play because it's fun.
And that's why I play this game.
It's not fun, though.
It is fun. Since when did you become the adjudicator on all things fun?
Since I'm the master of my own opinion.
I mean, it's not fun to me, but it is fun to me.
Okay. Hey, he's just hanging out there, huh? Later. 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 Later.
But really the idea is to get back where you died and then kind of continue to slowly push forward from there. What?
Nothing.
What you laughing about?
Oh no. Why are you in the way now? You are just a jerk. Never heard me before. bud.
Just throw some fireballs at him. Or run past him.
Juke. Jukey over here.
Just go. Then cut a hard left in this room. Take out that guy. Open up this cell.
It's locked. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. How dare you?
Maybe that door in the room upstairs is unlockable? Never investigated that.
What door in the room upstairs?
If you look to your right. Huh. Okay.
I want that shield.
I'm sure you can get a shield just like that.
Why can't I have that one?
It's rusty.
No, it's not. It's cleaner than my shield. Look at that. I can still see the gold filigree. Addison.
And gold is not a very protective material.
Yeah, but typically people don't put gold on asshole fabric shields. Typically, if you put gold on something, it's gotta be pretty good.
Or it's
They do it for athletes.
Or it's purely decorative.
Motherfucker, you think that this thing is anything but decorative?
It absolutely is. That's made of a nice sturdy wood. I mean, it's got some cuts and scrapes on it, but...
I would argue that even gold is a sturdier shield material than just wood.
It is not. Gold is incredibly malleable.
Oh yeah, that blunts the force of an impact. It's the same principle behind bulletproof glass.
Really? Is that how bulletproof glass works?
Well yeah, it spreads out the impact over a course over a longer period of time. That's why stuff like Kevlar is good. Yeah, the longer duration. It's why you reel your arm back when you catch a fastball.
Huh.
It's to spread out the deceleration.
Interesting.
So technically, a malleable shield made of a thick enough material, like that shield seemed to be, it's thicker than this thing, would actually slow the impact of an incoming blade.
Huh. So let's check out this way.
Okay.
Ah, yes. This is, in fact, the way.
Later. These people need to get a hobby.
They have a hobby.
Worshipping treemen.
I mean, if you go back, you'll see exactly what that hobby is.
Oh, that's not the pickup things button.
There is full damage, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I put that together. Great machete. Seems like an average machete, honestly. There was not fire on the ground the first 3 times that I did that section.
Yep, because you waited a little bit longer.
No, but he also rebreathes fire immediately.
I mean, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
Oh Howdy, friendo. That's fine. That's fine. I don't need that blood. I needed that blood, though. That was the critical blood.
You look just so upset.
It's not fun!
Do you want me to show you how it's done?
Yeah, show me where the fun is. Point me to the fun.
I am too used to Monster Hunter.
So you're walking through the fire, it's not hurting you. You tell me it's different fire?
God damn it! It's been oh so very long.
Pepsi on me. See, his shield is identical to that shield that was on the wall.
Yeah, so maybe you just gotta kill the cool armored knights.
The shield was right there! It was on the wall!
Yeah, and?
It's right there!
So...
You can take things off the wall very easily. I could take that poster down off the wall and use it as a shield right now.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they can't see the poster. Poster's right above Addison's head. It's a. Oh, maybe they can see the poster if I do this. This is way more fun. Whoop. That's a 1 of 500 or something edition of the Raid Redemption poster. It's pretty good. You can't see it. There's a lot of glare. I like having a camera that has higher resolution than I need. See, that was more fun adjusting the camera than I had for the entirety of my Dark Souls playtime. Two gulps of Pepsi right there.
Yep.
See, the fire's not hurting you. This game has a dire legibility problem. If I handed you a book, every single letter was obscured by some what's the name of the Zalgo? If I handed you a book written in Zalgo,
What is Zalgo?
font, it's when you put all the weird like symbol crap all over the letters when you send funny text messages.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, if you go to Zalgo, that's like that's the generator that generates that text. But anyways, if I handed you a book that was full of Zalgo and asked you to read it, you'd say, no, I don't want to read it. It doesn't sound like a good time.
That is what they're all playing. Oh, that's bad.
No. You broke both your ankles.
Oh yeah, no. Rolling off cliffs is
Typically in the no.
it's not a good way to die.
Where are my other pessimist literature books? Oh, and also my poster for Bloodstained. Let's do...
Bloodstained? Ritual of the Night?
Yes. I backed it on Kickstarter at a relatively high level.
That is
I got an enamel pin.
quite a fun game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Just pretty good?
Yeah, it's nowhere near as fluid as Symphony of the Night, or like any of the DS Castlevania games. Like, I feel like they're doing the Dark Souls thing in that game, where all of the movement in the beginning of the game just feels worse than the movement options are butt half of the game. Like, everything is chunky. There isn't a snappiness to anything in the first half of the game, which means that if you want a quick fix of something, okay. This one. This is some Dark Souls ass.
Alright, yeah, you do the readings.
Okay. Just hop off here. There is but one truly serious philosophical problem, and that is suicide. Judging whether life is or is not worth living amounts to answering the fundamental question of philosophy. All the rest, whether the world has 3 dimensions, whether the mind has 9 or 12 categories, comes afterwards. These are games one must first answer. And if it is true, as Nietzsche claims, that a philosopher, to deserve our respect, must preach by example, you can appreciate the importance of that reply, for it will precede the definitive act. These are facts the heart can feel, yet they call for careful study before they become clear to the intellect. If I ask myself how to judge that this question is more urgent than that, I reply that one judges by the actions it entails. I have never seen anyone die for the ontological argument. Galileo, who held a scientific truth of great importance, abjured it with the greatest ease as soon as it endangered his life. In a certain sense, he did right. The truth was not worth the stake. Whether the earth or the sun revolves around the other is a matter of profound indifference. To tell the truth, it is a futile question. On the other hand, I see many people die because they judge that life is not worth living. I see others paradoxically getting killed for the ideas or illusions that give them a reason for living. What is called a reason for living is also an excellent reason for dying. I therefore conclude that the meaning of life is the most urgent of questions. How to answer it? On all essential problems, I mean thereby those that run the risk of leading to death, or those that intensify the passion of living, there are probably but two methods of thought. The method of La Police and the method of Don Quixote. Solely the balance between evidence and lyricism can allow us to achieve simultaneously emotion and lucidity. In a subject at once so humble and yet so heavy with emotion, the learned yet classical dialectic must yield. One must see to a more modest attitude of mind deserving at one and at the same time from common sense and understanding. Suicide has never been dealt with except as a social phenomenon. On the contrary, we are concerned here at the outset with the relationship between individual thought and suicide. An act like this is prepared within the silence of the heart, as is a great work of art. The man himself is ignorant of it. One evening he pulls the trigger or jumps. Of an apartment building manager who had killed himself, I was told that he had lost his daughter 5 years ago, and that he had changed greatly since, and that the experience had undermined him. A more exact word cannot be imagined. Beginning to think is beginning to be undermined. Society has but little connection with such beginnings. The worm is in man's heart. That is where it must be sought. One must follow and understand this fatal game that leads from lucidity, in the face of existence, to flight from light.
Yeah, no, I'm digging it.
Oh, that's some good shit. Myth of Sisyphus. That's some A+ pessimist philosophy. There are many causes for suicide, and generally the most obvious ones were not the most powerful. Rarely is suicide committed through reflection. What sets off the crisis is almost always unverifiable. Newspapers often speak of personal sorrows or incurable illness. These explanations are plausible, but one would have to know whether a friend of the desperate man had not that very day addressed him indifferently. He is the guilty one, for that is enough to precipitate all the rancors and all the boredom still in suspension. But if it is hard to fix the precise instant, the subtle step when the mind opted for death, it is easier to deduce from the act itself the consequences it implies. In a sense, as in melodrama, killing yourself amounts to confessing. It is confessing that life is too much for you, or that you do not understand it. Let's not go too far into such analogies, however, but rather return to everyday words. It is merely confessing that it is not worth the trouble. Living naturally is never easy. You continue making the gestures commanded by existence for many reasons, the first of which is habit. Dying voluntarily implies that you have recognized, even instinctively, the ridiculous character of that habit, the absence of any profound reason for living, the insane character of that daily agitation, and the uselessness of suffering. What then is that incalculable feeling that deprives the mind of the sleep necessary to life? A world that can be explained even with bad reasons is a familiar world. But on the other hand, in a universe suddenly divested of illusions and lights, man feels an alien, a stranger. His exile is without remedy since he is deprived of the memory of a lost home or the hope of a promised land. This divorce between man and life, the actor and his setting, is properly the feeling of absurdity. All healthy men having thought of their own suicide, it can be seen without further explanation that there is a direct connection between this feeling and the longing for death. I get to the part where they make the case that suicide is actually bad, so we don't bum all the kids out.
I don't think there are any kids watching, but I hope there aren't any kids watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
'Cause we've been dropping a lot of adult words.
Oh, that's fine. Kids know words. They're on TikTok.
That is true.
Uh-huh.
At what age is one on TikTok, though? Is my question.
12.
12? Is that the...
I don't know that there's a term of service that any kids are consciously agreeing to. The subject of this essay is precisely this relationship between the absurd and suicide, the exact degree to which suicide is a solution to the absurd. The principle can be established that for a man who does not cheat, what he believes to be true must determine his action. Belief in absurdity of existence must then dictate his conduct. It is legitimate to wonder, clearly and without false pathos, whether a conclusion of this importance requires forsaking as rapidly as possible an incomprehensible condition. I am speaking, of course, of men inclined to be in harmony with themselves. Stated clearly, this problem may seem both simple and insoluble, but it is wrongly assumed that simple questions involve answers that are no less simple, and that evidence implies evidence. A priori, and reversing the terms of the problem, just as one does or does not kill himself, it seems that there are but two philosophical solutions, either yes or no. This would be too easy, but allowance must be made for those who, without concluding, continue questioning. Here I am only slightly indulging in irony. This is the majority. I notice also that those who answer no act as if they thought yes, as a matter of fact. If I accept the Nietzschean criterion, they think yes in one way or another. On the other hand, it often happens that those who commit suicide were assured of the meaning of life. These contradictions are constant. It may even said that they have never been so keen as on this point, where on the contrary, logic seems so desirable. It is a commonplace to compare philosophical theories and the behavior of those who profess them. But it must be said that of the thinkers who refused a meaning of life, none except Kirillov, who belongs to literature, Peregrinos, who is born of legend, and Jules Lequier, who belongs to hypothesis, admitted his logic to the point of refusing that life. Schopenhauer is often cited as a fit subject for laughter because he praised suicide while seated at a well-set table. This is no subject for joking. That way of not taking the tragic seriously is not so grievous, but it helps to judge a man. In the face of such contradictions and obscurities, we must conclude that there is no relationship between the opinion one has about life and the act one commits to lead. Let us not exaggerate in this direction. It is a man's attachment to life that there is something stronger than all the ills in the world. The body's judgment is as good as the mind's, and the body shrinks from annihilation. We get into the habit of living before acquiring the habit of thinking. In that race, which daily hastens us towards death, the body maintains an irreparable lead. In short, the essence of that contradiction lies in what I should call the act of eluding, because it is both less and more than diversion in the Pascalian sense. Eluding is the invariable game. The typical act of eluding, the fatal evasion that constitutes the third theme of the essay, is hope. Hope of another life one must deserve, or trickery of those who live not for life itself, but for some great idea that will transcend it, refine it, give it a meaning, and betray it. Thus, everything contributes to spreading confusion. Hitherto, and it has not been wasted effort. People have been played on words and pretended to believe that refusing to grant a meaning to life necessarily leads to declaring that it is not worth living. In truth, there is no necessary common measure between these two judgments. One merely has to refuse to be misled by the confusions, divorces, and inconsistencies previously pointed out. One must brush everything aside and go straight to the real problem. One kills oneself because life is not worth living. That is certainly a truth, yet an unfruitful one, because it is a truism. But does that insult to existence, that flat denial which is in which it is plunged, come from the fact that it has no meaning? Does its absurdity require one to escape it through hope or suicide? This is what must be clarified, hunted down, and elucidated while brushing aside all the rest. Does the absurd dictate death? This problem must be given priority over others, outside all methods of thought and all exercises of the disinterested mind. Shades of meaning, contradictions, the psychology that an objective mind can always introduce into all problems have no place in this pursuit and this passion. It calls simply for an unjust, in other words, logical thought. That is not easy. It is always easy to be logical. It is almost impossible to be logical to the bitter end. Men who die by their own hand consequently follow to its conclusion their emotional inclination. Reflection on suicide gives me the opportunity to raise the only problem to interest me. Is there a logic to the point of death? I cannot know unless I pursue without reckless passion, in the sole light of evidence, the reasoning of which I am here suggesting the source. This is not what I call an absurd reasoning. Many have begun it. I do not know yet whether or not they keep it. Absurd walls. Let me get to the fun part. Where's the fun part of the myth of Sisyphus? There is a fun part.
Is there?
Oh yeah.
Because this has been pretty heavy and deep.
Let me skip to the butter, which is why Camus never killed himself. He figured it out, and he was like, okay, listen, this is the one reason.
I love me some big titties.
What? Where's the big titties?
Oh, that was Camus' reason for not killing himself.
100%. Listen.
Just like big old anime titties.
Bobbling and boogling around.
Shit's made of goddamn jello, yo.
How
can you say no to jello tits?
For the kids.
Philosophy of Camus in 5 seconds.
Let's see.
Okay, so remember that dead end that we found that was like, oh, this leads straight to the boss room? Yeah, I just found that.
Neato. Is that the absurd man? Let's see. Absurd creation. Ephemeral creation. Gee whiz. There's a really good paragraph. Oh no, this is the end.
By the way, did you change over all of your clocks yet?
I changed over that clock and the microwave clock.
So, yes.
I need to change over Birdie's food clock.
Ah.
Where is that? Where is the nut graph?
The nut graph?
It's a journalism term. Like the seed of the idea. Myth Sisyphus. Come Come on. Sort of rule of method. Oh, I think this might be around. Yeah, let me see. I might have like been almost at that point.
All right. Well, now it is time.
Oh, you're gonna fight a murder?
Oh yeah. 2 men enter. Only one will leave.
Neato.
Place your bets.
Probably the boss.
We've got Cancer, or we've got this beautiful fellow.
I hope the Cancer loses.
So same here, but
For the kids.
for the kids. But also, look at what he's up against.
Yeah, still better than Cancer.
Yeah.
Vort.
I had a Vort on my foot once.
I also had a Vort on my foot.
Wasn't fun.
Yeah. Cancer's dead.
Woo! We killed Cancer.
Hell yeah, finally. We can turn the stream off. We don't even need to raise any more money. Oh, this is great. We did it. We did it, guys. Here. You were here. DownBack.Club/live. DownBack.Club/kids. I really should find the page and then doggy, right? Because it is a balm on a weary heart. Okay, I can't find it. Oh, let me go to another Dark Souls philosophical thought. Discipline and Punish by Michel Foucault. Which is about how humans adapt to unfair systems. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going to give this boss one more try, and then do you want to try the super secret special game?
I would love to. Do I want to start with torture, punishment, or discipline?
Let's start with...
Or prison.
Canonically, what comes first?
Torture.
Well, then, let's do some torture.
Okay. On March 2nd, 1757, Damiens the Regicide was condemned to make the amende honorable before the main door of the Church of Paris, where he was to be taken and conveyed in a cart, wearing nothing but a shirt, holding a torch of burning wax weighing 2 pounds. Then, in the said cart, to the Place de Grève, where on a scaffold that will be erected there, the flesh will be torn from his breasts, arms, thighs, and calves with red-hot pincers. His right hand, holding the knife with which he committed the said parricide, burned with sulfur. and on those places where the flesh will be torn away, poured molten lead, boiling oil, burning resin, wax, and sulfur melted together. And then his body drawn and quartered by 4 horses, and his limbs and body consumed by fire, reduced by ashes, and his ashes thrown to the winds. Finally he was quartered, recounts the Gazette d'Amsterdam of April 1st, 1757. The last operation was very long because the horses used were not accustomed to drawing. Consequently, instead of 4, 6 were needed, and when that did not suffice, they were forced, in order to cut off the wretch's thighs, to sever the sinews and hack at the joints. It is said that though he was always a great swearer, no blasphemy escaped his lips, but the excessive pain made him utter horrible cries, and he often repeated, "My God, have pity on me. My Jesus, help me." The spectators were all edified by the solicitude of the parish priest of St. Paul's, who despite his great age did not spare himself in offering consolation to the patient. Foucault knows how to write. Foucault write good. There's a reason he's one of my favorites. 2 more horses had to be added and harnessed to the thighs.
All right, let's do the secret special game before our last remaining viewer just gets too sad.
No, Michel Foucault isn't about being sad. Michel Foucault is about being subservient to the system. Much like you should be subservient to our desire to raise money for the kids. Go to DownBack.Club/kids to raise a little bit of money for the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, specifically the Gillette Children's Hospital here in St. Paul, Minnesota. We're aiming for $300 on my stream. We've already passed, I think we're pretty close to $500.
What is our current goal?
My current goal is $300. We've got 140 out of that, but Blair and Don went over on their streams. They were going to raise 100 each. So our team goal is 500.
And we are currently at?
We're currently at $470.
Hey, all it'll take is that one viewer.
One viewer paying them, not me, them. All the money goes to Gillette Children's Hospital, $30. And then we will have met our $500 goal. And I've still got 6 hours here and then another 12 hours on next week. So that's just free, baby. Like that's you're already paid for. You would pay for all that time in addition, and that would be just for you. Whoever sends us $30. But in the meantime, we're gonna set up a secret mystery game. So I'm gonna fade out so nobody has to look at me look at stuff. Taking a break. Yeah, they can still hear you, Addison.
There. Okay.
Okay. Get this fucking garbage off my television.
Oh, God.
This absolute piss off of my screen.
They can still hear us.
Oh, yeah.
Proceeds to just curse indiscriminately.
Yeah. Listen, I was cursing indiscriminately far before you came here.
Okay, so there's that.